How's it going, my fellow fidgeters? It's the Fidget Professor here with another video. I'm going to honestly apologize that it's been 2 weeks since I've put out a video. As we all know, life likes to happen when we least expect it, and I have had to handle some things. But I have time this week, and we are good to go. So let's jump right in. So, as I said in my last video, I was going to do the Wanwu, do the rest of the Wanwus. And as you see, it's all blades. We love blades. I will forewarn you, I am probably really going to butcher these names unintentionally. So please bear that in mind. I do apologize for anyone that watches this and is like, oh my god, you're saying the name wrong. Actually, let me do this real quick so I can do this in order. And then, okay. I have a cheat sheet, so yeah. Anyway, let's begin. So first off, we have the Imperial Path. Now, this particular one, it doesn't really have it's not like a mechanical slider, it's not a spinner, it's not anything like that. To me, it reminds me very much like the knucklebone, where, you do your little tricks. Obviously, I'm not going to do that here, just because of space. It does have the little ceramic ball on the end, so I do believe you could potentially use this to break out a window, if need be. Just one good hard pah. You can also use it, like around here. It does have, if you look carefully, it does have this kind of ribbed cut on the metal. So, and that's across the board. So it could be used kind of like a worry stone. I know typically worry stones are smooth. But, sometimes that little tactile thing is necessary. But, like I said, it doesn't spin. Like, it does come apart. You can take this off very carefully. I just don't. There's really no need to, unless you want to use this part for something else, which is obviously up to you. I think I have seen some people use this handle for replacing this, so it turns it in from a sword into like a really big lance. More power to you if you do that, though. Alright. The next one we have, and this is one that I cannot pronounce, is that. That. I can't pronounce that very well. It's, Chaoti. I'm not even going to attempt it. I'm sorry. For anyone that's watching this, I can't. It's Chaotianquue. All of these, I'll put a list down in the description of what they are in the order that I do them in. That way, you'll know what to look for if any of these pique your interest. This one is a clicker. I call it a clicker because it's a mechanical. It's a spin, but it's got that click. If you listen closely, you can hear that click. So this one does have a fidget function. Plus, it's got the blade as a nice grip. I do like that about this. Same with all of these. Plus, it would just look really cool. Be like, stick them up. That's just me. But yeah, that one has the click function to it, which is pretty cool. I wish you could. I think you can probably, like I've said before, I don't take them apart, but I think you could probably take that apart to do some like internal modification if you wanted to. I just don't. All right, the next one. The Wanwu. Now, I actually have two of these. I have the metal one, and then as soon as I find it, because I hadn't anticipated doing this, I have the black PEI one. Which both of them are the same. They both do the same thing. They are both spinners. So, whereas this one's a click, this one's a clicker, this one is a free spin. So, as you see, really cool. I like the weight of this one better than I do this. This one's cool. Don't get me wrong, but I really like the weight of this one. I like like I've said before. I like the fidgets that have the heftier weight, because then it doesn't feel weak and bleh in my hand. Next we have the Ming Hong. Now this one is another clicker like this one, just with a more jagged blade. To me, this kind of looks like the blade from God of War. A little bit. It's got that curve and shape to it. I really like it. These are actually ones that I kind of carry with me everywhere I go, along with the other Wanwus that I have. Once again, the weight is good. I do know that most of these you are going to have a very hard time finding. I had a hard time getting my hands on them. I know you can check with TRB Creation. They are a previously owned fidget store. So they would be like your best bet. Like if this is something that you just absolutely want, that would be where you could look. Sometimes you can get lucky and find things on the Daily Fidget Marketplace on Facebook. You just have to, you may have to scroll and scroll and scroll, or I think you can search it. But that's that. All right. This is the Jifeng sword. Now, this one, it only has one fidget. And as you see, it doesn't have a dial. There's no dial. It's actually this part. It's a clicker. It's just a button. Now, the only thing about this that I don't like is that comes off too easily. Like, it makes sense, but at the same time, I wish it would stay on. I wish it could be screwed on and maintained that way. This just, it can also be kind of like a partial spinner. This does spin. But its primary quote unquote fidget function is that clicker. So, and then we have the Qingyun sword. Qingyun. This is very similar to the Imperial Path. This does not have a fidget function as far as like a spinner, a clicker, and it's really not even good for this. This I would honestly label as more as like worry stone capacity, because it's got that same texture. If you look, you can see where it's got the ribs. It's got that same texture as what this one does. So it's got that. So you could use it for like a worry stone if you needed to or wanted to. Plus, sometimes just having that weight in your hand does help. I know it does me. But plus, not that I would actually do that. But anywho, so that's the Wanwu Swords. I'm told that there is a 7th one that is like an extremely rare limited run. They only made like 10 of them. And that thing I found out is like $2,000. I will not be buying that. The only way that I will ever own that is if someone gives it to me. Because that's just a whole lot of money to go for one fidget. But with that said, I'm the Fidget Professor. Next week we will cover the 01 EDC Time Nights. I have a few things that go with the time night, and we will cover those next week. Until then, fidget on, my fidgeters.